Welcome to the first episode of Mike's and Neil's Guitar Shack. The reason it's called Neil's Guitar Shack, because I'm Mike, is that Neil's the one that buys all this lovely gear. So I'm just sort of doing a mini review really. If any of you out there have got a Blackstar amp or thinking of getting one, you can have a look at that. And then also got this lovely Vox guitar that he's just blown a load of wad on. I think it was list price about $899. I think you picked up for 500 and something odd quid because there's a little ding on the top of the headstock. But if you look at it, it's got a nice sort of arched top, carved, looks like carved to me. The top is sort of, I don't know whether it's like some sort of hardwood or what is it?
Swamp ash, Mike.
Swamp ash, well there you go, that's my ignorance. So it's quite a nice design. The lacquer on it looks pretty good, like a Gibson Les Paul. I've owned a few Les Pauls, so this is, the build quality looks pretty cool actually. If you look at the back, it's got a nice sort of darker tone on the back there, beautifully lacquered again. This is quite sweet, the way the binding meets the neck. It's got binding all round the body, but not round the actual neck. Now the neck's lacquered on the back here, and I think is it rosewood fretboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, rosewood fretboard. It's very Gibson-y, very flat, quite chunky. Not as chunky as a Les Paul, more like a Les Paul Classic. If any of you guys have played that, that's sort of not as, you know, for people with tiddly little hands or dwarves, you know. Sorry, nothing against dwarves, of course, who play guitar. I'm sure there's many of them with mandolins, etc. Anyway, the thing that I really noticed was I was just tuning the strings on here, and these tuning pegs on here are the absolute bollocks. They're very precise, and funnily enough, the shape that they are is, I know it's ridiculous to worry about the shape of a tuning peg, but that very practical. Not like getting your fingers stuck in a big fat Gibson one where you get your fingers and your knuckles caught. So for very quick tuning, it's great. I think that it looks like a sort of bone type plasticky nut there.
It's called Tusk. It's supposed to be a man-made.
Yeah, hopefully it's the remnants of an endangered species. So that's obviously why the price tag is, you know, what it is. But we've got P90 type pickups, which give you the different sort of choice between single coil and humbucker. Can't really tell much myself, but because I'm normally a bit of a give it a go sort of, you know, give it some welly type person. But it's set up quite nicely, and got a volume and tone control, pickup selector, all the usual gubbins, nothing fancy. This is quite nicely sort of anodised or something in like a sort of matte sort of gunmetal, if you like, that type of pewter sort of finish. So all in all, build quality, the way it looks, it's quite light. If you look at the thickness of the guitar, it's not as thick as a Les Paul, but it's got enough wood on there to give you the sustain. So I'll have a quick go. It's got quite chunky frets. Looking at it, it looks like a Gibson sort of 24 3/4 inch length, but who knows? It plays quite nicely. A lot of space on the width of the frets. If you like Fenders, I don't. Fenders are really skinny, and I find it difficult to actually play and make a decent chorder without messing up, you know, normally. But so we've got another new acquisition of Neil's. By the way, this may even happen weekly, the way he goes through gear. This is a Blackstar HT Club 40. So is it a valve amp, isn't it, Neil?
It is.
Yeah, it's a valve amp, and it's got clean and dirty channels. I've just messed around with some of the settings, so if we, I think we're on the clean channel now, if we just give it a little... Actually, I don't think it is. Oh, no, that's the dirty channel. It is on clean, yeah. So it's got a little bit of distortion there. Nice reverb on there. It sounds quite sweet. It doesn't sound like the sort of tinny springy ones you used to get at the Marshalls. Bit of oomph there. It's probably because I've dialed the volume up a little bit, but oh, there's a different voice volume setting on here. guitar's got quite a nice twang to it. I think that was on the P90 setting. This is on the sort of, you know, solid version, which is the humbucker version. So you've got a bit more depth there. If we put it onto the oh, sorry, talking rubbish here. So put it onto this pickup here, which is the bridge, the neck pickup. Get a more rounded sound, as you'd expect. Nice twang, so this combination of this amp and this guitar sounds pretty good so far. But really, where I sort of live is probably in this sort of nasty area, which is a bit of distortion. So this is where we'll really test out the valve amp, because if you don't know anything about valve amps compared to tranny amps, something I've always said to everyone I know is that really the beauty of a valve amp is that apart from a warmth of tone, you actually can turn the volume down and use the volume on your guitar, where so play something nice and quiet, you know. Get a nice crunch there, and the volume sort of turned down, you know. But if you're playing live especially, you can create drama with, you know, ups and downs of volumes and things. So. Sort of heavy crunch there. If this was tuned down maybe to D or something, you'd really sort of hear it. But so you get a good nice sort of feedback there. I mean, this is basically, I've turned everything up on the gain, but got the volume down here because I'm in the middle, you know.
Should we look at...
That's without any effects, you know, so if you start piling on some effects, bit of wah-wah, you know, you're ready to go. So, all in all, I think this matches the amp quite well actually, and if you're looking for something with a bit of balls but it's not, you know, death metal or something, it's a nice amp. I think you get a foot switch for it, so you can switch the channels and everything, but it sort of kicks ass really. See you next time.